In this video, we're going to learn about functions with parameters. Now, in order to do that, we might want to build actually a function. Now, in case 1, we'll do return type int, and in case 2, we'll do return type void. So, step 1, actually build an actual function. So, we have this one function, int function1, and these two are the parameters. So actually what's the difference between parameters and arguments is that parameters are actually the values, the types that we want to pass. In this case, int a and b are parameters, and when we type the values in the main, when we're going to prototype and call the function in the main, and then we're going to pass values like 1 and 2, then those 1 and 2 values would be called arguments. Let's just remove that extra curly bracket. So let's just quickly build the body of this function, and in the body we can write as int z and set it equals to a plus b, and then add a semicolon and then return z. Add a semicolon to that. Now that we have our fully built function, the next step is to prototype it and then call it in the main. So copy this, paste it over here, add a semicolon. And remember, in order to call the function in main, we don't have to mention this return type. Our C++ compiler already knows that what type function it is, so we just remove this. Now to add a functionality to our program, we can write at cout, and calculated value is and then now actually we're going to pass it in arguments in place of these parameters. So 1 and let's say 2. So 1 plus 2 is indeed 3. Add a semicolon, and we forgot these less than signs or the insertion operator. So now if we go and build and run the program, our program will work perfectly fine. So it says calculated value is 3. So now for case 1, one less time I'm going to explain it. What we did was we built function 1, and we have these two parameters, int a and int b. And then we prototyped these, and then right here we passed in the actual arguments. So remember, these are called the parameters and these are called the arguments. The actual values are called arguments. And remember, there's also another way of doing this. Copy this whole function, paste it over here. Actually, we have to cut that function. So let's just go remove this thing. And now if we go ahead and build and run, it will work perfectly fine. Here you go. So another way is to like prototype it right here and then define it, from the next line. So that is another way. And now for case 2, what we can do is remove everything and just type our basic template. That is int main and these parentheses and curly brackets. So in order to save time, I'm just gonna paste it right here, copy from my notepad. So now we have our type void function that has one parameter in text, and it's gonna do nothing but print out this is a function 1. And in order to prototype it, we go ahead and copy this, paste it right below the namespace. So don't forget the semicolon. And now to make it a little clean, add a space right here. And in order to call that function, what we do is we just write function1 with argument 1, just like that. So this is our function 1 and the argument is 1. You can have any argument you want, 1, 5, 10 or 4, 56 or whatever. And if you go build and run the program, it will work perfectly fine, just like that. So I hope that was easy. You guys study this tutorial, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video.